There again, we had to be very quiet so the neighbors wouldn't know anything about it. Meantime, I had to lay some plans, develop a plan how I would get out without them looking for me. So the next day, I complained to the doctor that I have a appendix, attack. I figured he'll probably look at me and then send me to our hospital in the Ghetto, and then I'll tell him that I died, I guess, or whatever. They might not look for me. Anyway, that's what developed. They put me on this test, and I developed a little fever, I guess, being of anxiety. And I knew, appendix kind of has a painful type of deal. It reacts, I knew. And I figured that's what he said. Well, you better go see your own doctor and make arrangements to get it operated. I figured I'm not going to come to work, you see, and they're not going to. They got somebody else in the meantime. I wasn't that essential of a employee there, but so by Sunday, so the plan was we dress up Sunday by going to church, and walk in the daytime and go out to the Ghetto and head toward the highway and down to that village. It's about 12 kilometers. So we timed it so by the time we get to the village, it'll be dark, you see. That's what happened. I started up front, and then my mother and little brother followed me behind and started walking. My dad said, no way, he's not going to go. He felt he didn't want to abandon his home, and although the house was in the back, on another street, but at least whatever belongings we had some here, and he felt whatever happens, happens. He was born and raised in that town, and he didn't feel like abandonment. And he had little rheumatism from the First World War. He wasn't an old man. That was 1943, so he could have been maybe in the 50s, Anyway, we made it to the village. It was on a Sunday evening. I come in. First, I didn't even know where the farmhouse was. It's a small village, but I found that farmhouse. Here's on Sunday, the farmers get together, in somebody's house, and they sit and they drink maybe a little vodka, and they visit some. Yeah, there was a full house of people in that house. So I went in, then I pretended I had to develop an alibi who I was, so I told them I'm making a survey from the town, of the people and whatnot. Anyway, but to make the story short, I later identified myself who I was, because I realized they were all his own family and friends, because they were also in jeopardy. If say a German finds out that his farmhouse is hiding out a partisan or a Jew on the top of it, they'd burn him down and kill him too.